You get what I'm saying? So just know that it's not easy, y'all. It's not easy.
It's not.
Parenting is not easy, period. Single parenting is probably even worse. So
Yeah. Yeah. And I took my hat off to single parents. Sidebar right quick, sis. I
You are
think it's working.
alive now.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
That was something different to experience, so it's part of me, but we good. Okay, we live. That's never
We
happened before.
live.
I don't know. Okay.
Um so Crystal was answering a question. What do you wish more people understood about single motherhood?
yeah.
Let me just make sure.
Answer. Boogie didn't hear me.
I'm sorry.
You want me to re-answer it? Boogie didn't hear me.
Yes.
Oh, so what I was saying was that it's not easy. It does not come with a handbook. Um, it's not easy out here being a single parent. It's not. We do the best that we can. Me, I can only speak for myself. I do the best that I can with every circumstance. I make sure my kids are fed. I make sure my kids have a roof, but it's still hard. I make sure they have clothes on their back, but it's still hard.
Right.
Yeah.
Period. That's the main things, but it's more than that. It's just more than that. You have to deal with your kids' emotions. You have to deal with your kids. Like, I'm in a different. I was raised in a different generation. These kids are, I hate to say it, sensitive. I didn't grow up in a sensitive environment.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had to change the way I was raised and start raising them a little bit differently. And that was hard for me. Still a struggle, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was raised to be strong. Mm-hmm. I was raised to, like I said, be strong. You know, these kids now, it's a different, I don't know if it's social media or what, I don't know, but they're different. Very emotional, it's not a thing where sometimes where I can say, keep going. Like we have emotional crash outs.
We do, but you have to look at it sometimes like on both ways. Yeah, our generation, you know, they taught us to be strong, be strong, be strong. And in a way, it kind of hurt our men because
it wasn't good. It wasn't a good thing.
Wasn't taught emotions. They was just taught to be strong all the time, no other emotion. So that part right there didn't really work too well. But for the young children that's growing up today, yeah, they're very emotional, but it's good that they are showing different emotions instead of just one like we was. Like, be strong, be strong, be strong.
Because it's teaching me. What I go through with them is teaching me. Probably why I'll be emotional right now, because again, I grew up having to be strong, especially my oldest child, man. I'm telling you, we bump heads, okay? The adult kids, you worry about the young kids. I worry about my oldest child more than the younger kids. So it's like I'm having to understand, to, like I said, to realize that she didn't grow up the way I did. And she's tapping into her emotions earlier than I did. I didn't start tapping into my emotions till later on in life.
Yeah. Same.
That's the difference. So it's like me, I'm having to understand and realize that this generation is just a whole different generation. It is. And I'm sorry, parents, you have to some parents ain't with it, but if you care enough and you love your kids enough, you're gonna tap into it and understand that.
Yep.
Because it's something to learn from each generation. Because I feel like with both, like, I'm not a mother yet, but like just from observing, I'm like people, you know, you mentioned the crashing out, and people, it's being a more emotional time. Everybody's real in tune with their feelings, whereas like the previous generation or whatever might have been like, suck it up, like, you know what I mean? I feel like you can learn from both.
You can't say that. You can't say that now. You can't
Everything
say that.
is also sensitive now. Like, what about my feelings?
Yep.
It's like It's like, yeah.
I'm
But
gonna
it's
tell
something
you,
to
my
believe
daughter
both
has
ways.
said those things to me. She made me have a reality check. Be honest with y'all, like I used to be like, girl, you know, you all right, da da da. I'm like, no, she's really not all right, Crystal. Just talk to her.
Yep.
Understand how she's feeling, understand what she's going through. I'm trying to understand what she's going through, and you know, you just got to tap into what those emotions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
So,
sis.
I got, this love talk, and I hear a lot of people talking about like non-negotiables. Like, so when getting to know someone, Crystal, what are your non-negotiables? Like, what are you just not bending on? Like, it has to be this, or that's it.
Wow. I have to build trust. We have to build trust.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the top things. What else I wrote in here? I'm in a place in my life now where I want to know everything about the person, like down to your childhood. I used to not be like that, right? I used to be the type we meet, we fall in love, at least, or so we think, and we go from there. Now, no, I need to know everything. Because if you have some things you need to be healed from, as myself, you need to work on that. As I myself is doing the same. Because two people with trauma may not work. That's one of the main things. Definitely, I need to dig down deep. What else?
Two people with trauma would not work if they didn't get what's the word I'm looking for? If they didn't get counseling or if they didn't get help with their trauma.
Yeah.
Now, if you dealt with the trauma and you're dealing with it, then it could work. But if two people have trauma and nobody tried to help or get help, then it's not gonna work at all.
Basically, work on yourself. You got to work on. Yes. If I meet you and if we meet each other, and we understand that we both dealing with things individually, we need to deal with those things individually. Right?
Yeah.
So that's how I feel. Period.
So you gotta be crystal clear.
Work on your itch, because I'm working on mine. Right. I've been working on mine, and I'm working on mine.
Absolutely.
So work on your itch, because you don't want that to clash in the relationship.
Yeah. And a big thing people do when you don't work on it, like this is a mistake I feel like I've made, is like I'll try to fix people knowing daggone well I gotta get myself right, or I'm still working through things, and it's like I'm not in a place to try to heal you. You better go to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And counseling, like sis said, both, and have no shame about it. I'm a big therapy advocate, and definitely Lord advocate. So it's like you definitely gotta work on resolving those things, and you can't really expect anybody else to fix you.
Right. And I think that's where a lot of relationships crumble, because one person or both persons are come in thinking, oh, I can fix the other person. Oh, I can change the other person. And no, you can't. That person has to want to change and fix themselves. Absolutely. So you can go, so sis, because I think
you got a couple in already, right? Thanks again to Crystal and chat for bearing.
Oh yes.
StreamYard was tripping a thing. So we talk about non-negotiables, and we hear about red flags, but what are some green flags that you look that you like? Oh, that's good. I can appreciate that. What's some good things you look for in recognizing a man?
someone who listens good, someone who is not afraid to show their vulnerability. That's a big one. That's a big one for me, because in my past in relationships, that was never a thing when it comes to the man. They keep those emotions inside and they run from them. Like, if I'm your woman and I can show my vulnerability with you, we can do this together. It's a give and take. But I think that's a growth thing. That's something you have to learn within yourself too. That you should be able to show your vulnerability with your partner.
Yep.
And I know, like also said, most men grew up be strong. Like, it's hard for men. So it's like, if you come across somebody that you really, really start loving, you can give them a little grace to see if they start opening up. But it's like, you can't keep running from your emotions. If you're going through something, talk to me.
Yeah.
I want to be able to talk to you about what I'm going through too. And and in some situations we can't necessarily help each other, but we can be there for one another. For a shoulder to lean on. Sometimes it's getting it out, and somebody listening to you is enough. So I want my partner to be able to be vulnerable with me at all times, in all aspects. Even if it's something that I don't fully understand, because that's just a big one for me. That's why I talk so much about that. It is openly communicating. If you have a problem with something I did, come talk to me. And I should be able to come talk to you too without it being an argument. That's definitely if the person is able to do all this, those are green flags for me.
For sure.
It's more too. It's a lot, but I'm trying to be realistic here because nobody's perfect. So if I sit here and say all the things, nobody that we're with is gonna be perfect. You basically got to find somebody that you're willing to deal with their flaws, because none of us are perfect. So
that's right.
It's a lot more green flags, but again, I got to be realistic. Nobody's gonna have everything that I consider a green flag. So
you just have to know what you're going to be willing to deal with and which you're not.
Period.
The good outweigh the bad.
That's right. That's right. That's right. If the good outweigh the bad, hey, you got to keep her.
Sis, you want me to ask another one?
Yeah, because I'm already 3 in, and then we'll stop.
All right. So, what has being single taught you about yourself?
It taught me what I will and won't deal with moving forward. Because as y'all know, I talk about all the time, I've been single for 5 years and abstinent for 5 years.
That's really, really awesome.
It is.
Yes.
That's really amazing. That's because that's a long
discipline.
Time.
Yeah.
It taught me discipline. It taught me to love myself more. Because if you don't love yourself, how can you love somebody else?
That's right. And if you don't love yourself, how you expect somebody else to love you?
To love you, because guess what? They're going to treat you how you treat yourself.
That's right.
Right. Like
a person is only going to treat you how you treat yourself.
That's right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So if I'm sorry, I hate to say it, but if a person come into your life and they see you not loving you, they're going to feel like they can get over on you and probably manipulate you in certain ways and things like that. These people that you come across, they got to know that you love yourself.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Or again, they will try to walk over you. It might not even be intentionally, but they just might see that, well, she don't care about this, or
sometimes it's not here. Yeah.
Sometimes it's not intentional. Sometimes it's not intentional, but it happens when they see that you're not even loving yourself the way you should.
They could just be treating you the way you treating you.
Yeah. What else? I learned a lot, y'all, in it being single. It's so much.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I felt free. My Lord, I'm not gonna get emotional on here because listen, I can get emotional talking about this. This 5-year thing that I've been through, been up and down, telling y'all it's not. I don't know. It's been a lot. I learned a lot about myself, and I'm happy with what I went through in these 5 years because it helped me grow in a lot of ways.
That's good. Good. I want to say something, but I'm trying to see how I want to word it.
Okay.
You know, I'm a strong believer that everything happens for a reason. And us as women, you know, I'm pretty sure men, but us as women, you know, we don't want to be single. You know, we want the husband and the children, the happy ever after and all that. But you being single for them 5 years was because you had to learn what you want and what you don't want in a relationship. Because at the beginning, you said when you first got with somebody, it was like, oh, we're together. I'm not asking no questions. We're in love. And that was the wrong way of going into a relationship. Yep. So the Lord had to do something so Crystal can learn the right way to go into a relationship. And that was Crystal had to be celibate and single for 5 years to learn that. So that's what I look at it. I try to look at stuff like the glass not half empty, but half full. Yep. So that's what I took from it. So, you know, you learn something. So that's good. You were single, but you learned something.
Absolutely. I learned a lot. It's not a bad thing. I'm quite happy that I took this time to myself, kept my diamond to myself for 5 years. Because even though you're single, sometimes you still have fun.
Yeah.
I ain't even had no fun. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Just a year ago, I was I'll get ready to say, girl, please. Just a year ago, I was like, I'm done with men. I'm done with relationships. I was talking crazy, but you know, that's how I was feeling. I started loving myself so much. I was like, I don't need no man. Like that's how deep it. That's how deep it was. That's how deep it was.
I don't think
reality kicked in, but okay.
that none of us really. I'm speaking for us three since we are on the panel. None of us don't need a man because I'm pretty sure we all can do whatever. But well, I'm speaking for myself. You know, you want one. I know I want one.
Right.
I have one, but you know, I want one. But nowadays.
Listen, I'm all about women independence now. Don't get it twisted, y'all, in the comments because I said that. I'm all about women independence now. Yeah, clearly, I've been by myself for 5 years, y'all. It can be done. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna double back around the corner again on the kids. So my next question, Crystal, is how have your kids influenced the type of content you create?
Wow, that's a good question because one of my reasons for why I started is because I wanted my kids to be able to look back one day if I'm, no longer here on earth. I wanted my kids to be always be able to have something. They're going to always be able to go on the internet and see their mom.
Yep.
Talk about, like, they're young now, so they don't understand life like that yet. Even my 22-year-old, she's young. She's still learning, trying to figure out life, right? So later on, probably when they're grown, I'll be always on the internet. They can always go back and see. Because y'all know I talk about my life, talk about things I've been through for the most part in my videos. So they're going to be able to go back and literally see what their mom went through, things she got through.
Yeah.
So that was definitely one of the reasons why I wanted to start YouTube, for them to see that one day, to pay attention. They know now, but I feel like later on in life when they're focused, they'll pay attention more to that and to those videos and things.
And that'll be something that they'll always have.
Yep.
I can kind of relate to that. Really, really quick. My dad, he's not a texter. He's gonna call you, and if you don't answer the phone, he's gonna leave you a voice message all the time. And I have every last voicemail that my dad ever left me to this day. And I would not delete none of them. I would send them to other things, to my emails and stuff, just for me to have, because I know one day my dad's not going to be here.
Yeah.
And I can always go back to them voicemails and listen.
Love it.
And listen to him. So yeah, your children are going to really be able to appreciate going back to see your videos on YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good answer, Crystal.
Thank you.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I had to ask this, So, Crystal.
Yes.
Are you open to a man coming into Crystal's world?
I am.
Okay. Good.
I love it. Okay.
Maybe we'll touch on that a little later.
I'm sorry. Okay.
So back on the kids. I don't know why I'm so stuck on the kids. But so for me, I have kids, I'm busy and all this. So I want to ask you this. How do you manage going live, filming, editing, all that stuff that has to do with YouTube around your kids' schedule? Because you have a younger one, right?
Yeah, but my son lives with his dad right now, so I'm kind of with the toddler. Okay. I'm good right now. If he was here, it would probably be crazy. Y'all wouldn't see me as much. I already know. So I'm kind of, and like I said, my oldest child, she's grown, and I have a 14-year-old. 14-year-olds be just doing their own thing too. It's summertime right now. So it's kind of laid back. So right now it's no schedule, but I will tell you this: she will. When I'm on live, honey, she will pop in this room anytime, just talking. Even after I told her I didn't been on live. And as far as the editing, I'm not a big editor. I don't edit that much.
Okay.
I'm not a big editor.
So
I'm not a big editor. I don't spend hours and hours on editing. That's just not what I choose to do. Right now, I'll maybe later. Right now, I don't edit. I don't be editing. I edit very mild editing. So it's kind of easy for me right now. In between jobs too, I don't have a 9 to 5, so I have a little bit more time on my hands.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why. Again, if my life was a little bit different, y'all probably would not see me as much. Just to be honest, because it's hard trying to juggle all of that.
It is.
Yeah.
Because YouTube is like another job.
It is like a job. And because I don't have a 9 to 5 right now, and I treat it as one. That's why you always see me. And it's crazy. I'll be like, how's everybody having these 9 to 5, these businesses, and still doing YouTube? When even just doing YouTube by itself is a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah.
It's a lot. Doing YouTube by itself is a lot. And I'm proud of how far I came. Y'all know I'm monetized.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, dude, hey, if you treat it like a job, you will see something. It'll happen.
Yes, it will.
I literally just took a week off because I was just with real life stuff going on, and I needed to take a week break. So,
yeah, you need that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just like with work, you need a vacation from work. You get your PTO days.
They have It's just like you said, like a regular job. You gotta take time off. I don't care what it is.
Yeah. You gotta know when to clock out too.
Yeah. Yep. Most definitely.
Yep. So
I can say I did the work.
You did the work.
I made it. Right. I made it this far. As far as still a lot of work to do because it's like every milestone seems like it's the start of a beginning. Every milestone with this YouTube journey is like a new start. So it's just like, okay, what next? I'm monetized. What's next?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Absolutely. I think I know the answer to this question because you kind of answered it already with to talking about being single for 5 years and things like that. But have your standards and expectations changed over the years?
Absolutely. Because I feel like when I was young in relationships, I ain't fully understand standards and expectations.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I probably had the craziest standards back then. Unrealistic standards being in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I was the type in relationships. I was a runner. I was the runner in the relationship.
Mm.
As soon as you do one or two things, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of trying to figure out why this happened, can we make it work? This and that. I feel like now I'm a lot more mature, and I learned from that. Like, nobody's perfect, Crystal. If somebody do something that you don't like in your relationship, if your partner do something you don't like in a relationship, it's not necessarily meaning the relationship need to be over.
Right.
Talk about it. That's why I say open communication, not just with that person, with me too. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not a runner anymore. I'm not a runner. If something don't seem right to me, we're gonna talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know,
what do you think helped make you not a runner anymore? Because for me, I think honestly in the past, I was opposite. I wasn't a runner. I was a hold oner. You know, just try to see past everything, and then I would put the Lord in.
I was the opposite. I was the opposite.
Holding on.
I'm out of there. I'm out of there.
So you took off your running shoes?
You might get two chances.
Mm-hmm.
You might get two chances.
Okay.
And then I'm out of there.
Okay.
And honestly, guess it depends on what it is you feel as though was done for you to leave. Because I do have one deal breaker that I will not tolerate in my relationship. That was back then and that is now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing, and people can say what they want. It's one thing that I will not tolerate, and that is if you make the choice, if we make the choice to become one.
Mm-hmm.
Before you decide to make the choice to become one with me, make sure you're done out there in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't tolerate cheating. I'm sorry. I don't. Beat me up. Call me what you want. I don't tolerate cheating.
Yeah, I agree. Me neither.
Because if you want to be with me, you want to be with me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what it is you feel like I've done, what excuse you make for the reason you cheated.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to be with one person, don't be with one person.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. That there's no excuse that you can tell me to make me say, okay, we're gonna work on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done. Yeah. I guess because I know the type of person I am, and I always say this, like, I'm not gonna let it. I'm not gonna be able to forget and let it slide. So he gonna be sleeping. I'm just gonna be hitting him for no reason because I'm thinking it. So I'm like, sir, you got to
try.
Right.
When somebody cheats on you, you try to make it work. You're not gonna ever forget that because that person is still laying next to you. Every night, girl, the times that I had tried to forget that girl, do you know what be going in my head while that person laying next to me? Then lucky God stepped into my head and nothing didn't go across their head. I'm just being honest with you. Like that cheating stuff is not, I don't tolerate that. I'm sorry, I don't.
Yeah.
It could be torture too, because sometimes you can internalize it because you like, especially if you feel like you didn't do anything wrong, like everybody's gonna have some flaws and you like, well, what really happened? You know what I mean? And it's not fair to have to beat yourself up over they being untrustworthy.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So it really can do a lot of damage. You know, I mean, I have seen situations where people have gotten past it, but I do understand it being a deal breaker. You know, and that's why it's important to have non-negotiables and stuff like that too. That's
shout out. I shout out. You know, I commend anybody who can get past it. I commend anybody who can get past it because that's really, you're really, really, really strong if you can forgive your partner for cheating and act like, I don't want to say act like it didn't happen.
I'm not strong in that department.
Yeah, I guess you are acting like it didn't happen if you decide to stay with them and act like everything hunky dory. But But the thing is, if you forgive somebody, you have to forgive them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing that would be, it's hard for me. Like, I wouldn't be able to, I'm sorry. I can
forgive you, but we still would have to
move
part
on.
ways. Yeah.
Forgive you, but move on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We can still be friends, shake hands, relationship over.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You got it.
Have fun with your life. Have fun being single.
That's right. That is right. How do you approach dating as a mom? Are there, we probably kind of touched on this, but are there certain rules or boundaries you stick to because you know you have children?
Mm-hmm.
So how do you go by dating
now? So in the past, I'm gonna be honest, as a parent, I made mistakes in the past of meeting people and then my kids not finding out till last minute. That's the mistake as a parent that I made. This is why I say parenting is not easy. No parent is perfect. And any parent that come and act like they're perfect, you're lying. You're lying. Parents make mistakes too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm taking accountability for the mistakes that I made, even as a parent. Like, I suffer from mom guilt, like now. And some people may look at the things that I say and be like, "Oh, girl," but to me, I just feel like I probably could have did better in some, with some things. This how I feel. But now dating my kids, if I meet someone and I know I'm liking this person and it may go somewhere, my kids are gonna know straight up before I actually bring this person around. In the past, I didn't do that. Like, I would be talking to the person and we connect, and then bam, here's mommy's boyfriend. And that's what I did wrong.
Because they was younger back then, Crystal?
Possibly. But it still was, I still feel like that wasn't right, even though they were younger. And even if I would sit down and talk to them, they still weren't fully understanding. I still feel like I could have did it different.
Yeah.
That's why I said some people would probably think of what I'm saying is like, girl, oh no. For me, I feel like I did that wrong.
Yeah.
I feel like I did that wrong, and I take accountability for that. But now, if I'm liking someone and it's looking like it's going somewhere and it's talks of it's going somewhere, my kids are gonna know. Straight up.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be a situation where I just throw somebody just pop up. Absolutely not. Absolutely
makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you, because I know like now you're taking your time and stuff more with it, do you feel like you kind of screen them and stuff more too? Because I think it's
what I just said earlier. Like, I'm asking all the questions.
Yeah.
We're getting to know each other deeply. In a deep sense, emotionally, mentally. I want to know everything. I want you to know everything about me, because you may not be able to deal with what I deal with and what I suffer from. Like, it gotta go both ways, right?
Yeah.
It gotta go both ways.
Yep. And I truly think nowadays, like the time that we're in now, you have to ask everything now.
You have to. Yeah.
No question should be left unasked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. You kind of already just answered this, but you can like paint the picture.
Okay.
How will you handle introducing someone new to your kids? You say you would now. So paint the picture how you will go about introducing them.
Oh my goodness. I don't know.
So would it be like
what?
Would they come over to your house and you would introduce your children, or you would rather over the phone, FaceTime?
First and foremost, if I'm talking to a person every day, they're gonna meet them over the phone first. Facts, like, yeah.
You ain't gonna cook no people.
And because I've been single so long too, I have to kind of slow walk it, because if I like my 14-year-old, she's so funny. She thinks because I've been single so long, I think she thinks I'm gonna be single forever. So, no, like I said, mama gotta have a life too, girl. Like, yeah, your mom been single for a long time. It's just been you, me, and the kids. But mama, they've been through some stuff, which she knows of, and I've been through a deep depression within these past 5 years. I've been through a lot, and mama's coming out of that. So mama's getting back to herself.
That's right.
You know, I always say I'm getting back to the old me plus the new me at the same time. I'm becoming a new me as well. Because I lost myself completely. When I had my last baby, I lost myself completely because that was a whole trauma situation with that, right? So I just lost myself completely. So it's like I'm working my way back. I'm getting back to Crystal and the old me plus the new me at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'm finding me all over again.
And it's growth, you know, a new Crystal.
So
you don't want to be the same
growth.
Crystal you was 5 years ago, 10 years ago. You know, there's no growth there. So yeah.
Yeah.
Do you believe in soulmates?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
I do too.
I don't know. Hold on. I don't know.
I do.
Maybe. Is that a good maybe?
He said maybe.
Maybe. But that don't mean you're going to end up with your soulmate.
That exactly. Let me tell y'all something. What I would say. This was even before I went through this whole 5-year thing. Unfortunately, this is reality where everybody's not going to find their person in life. Everybody is not going to find their person in life. And this was before I even went through this whole growth spurt in my life. Everybody's not going to find their person. It's just the reality. Some of us are not going to find our person.
So when you say everybody's not going to find a person, do you mean a soulmate or just a person their person to be with?
Because I like I said, I'm kind of iffy on the question about the soulmate. So yeah, I just don't feel like everybody is gonna find that person, that one person. Everybody will find a person in their life and people in their life that they're gonna be with, right? But I just don't feel like everybody's gonna find that one. The one.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
I felt like that even before all this past 5 years. That like I've been feeling like that. So that has nothing to do with that. I just don't feel like we're all gonna find our person, and it's a blessing for the ones that do. It's a blessing.
Why would you? What makes you think that they won't? Like, do you? Because I think maybe people will find their person, but a lot of people find their person, but it doesn't last. And just because it don't last doesn't mean that wasn't their person. It could just mean that one person out the relationship wasn't willing to fight or work for the relationship for their person.
I respect that answer, but I feel like if it did, honestly, I just feel like if it's not forever, it wasn't your person. Maybe I need to grow on that aspect of it, but I just feel like if it didn't work out, then it wasn't your person either. It was your person for
right here.
It was your person for a season. It was your person for a season, but it was not your forever person.
Yeah, but you know, everything requires work. Sports,
facts,
degrees, facts. Careers, YouTube, it doesn't matter, relationships. So I only said that because a lot of people I know did find their person. Like that was that person's person, but that person did not want to put in the work to save their relationship. And they knew that was their person, but I don't know if it was an ego or whatever it was. They just felt like, oh, I'm not doing that. Oh, I'm not doing that. And then once the relationship is over and time go by, they're like, man, that was my person. I should have did that. But it's too late because now that person have moved on.
So it's basically what you're saying is, so in that type of situation, the one person that didn't want to fight for it just didn't realize or understand.
I just think that it was in relationships now, even in marriages, people are so willing to just throw in the towel. They don't want to fight for nothing anymore. They feel like, oh, I'm not doing all that. I can go find me somebody else. And then before you know it, somebody else turn into 10 somebody else's instead of, working with the person that you have. Not saying anything about cheating. It could be, any little
other
thing.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other stuff. Yeah.
So I just think now that the reason why we have so many breakups and so many divorces is because people don't want to fight for nothing anymore. They just so quick to just throw in the towel and walk away. So,
And I admit it, in the past, that was me. Well, number one, I wasn't married. It was just relationships. So I kind of felt like in those just relationships, I'm like, it's no ring on my finger. I'm be good. I'm just gonna let them go. Like, you ain't want me. I just feel like when you do certain stuff, you ain't want me nowhere. You ain't want me that. You didn't want me that bad because you wouldn't treat me that way. If you wanted me, you wouldn't treat me that way. It was for me. I can say that. I guess I'm guilty of that. Yeah, I was a runner. Like I said, I will admit I was a runner, but I wasn't married either.
Right.
Yeah. I wasn't married either. It was just a relationship. So I guess, does it make a difference whether you're married or in a relationship to how much you fight for it? Do you think that matters?
No, because you have to be in a relationship for the relationship to turn into a marriage. If you're in a relationship and your goal in that relationship is not to be married, then this is just me speaking. Some people might think otherwise, but I think that if you're unless you have been married before, but if you're young and you want to get married and you're in a relationship, and in that relationship you don't see marriage somewhere in that relationship, then what you're in a relationship for? To me, it's like a waste of time. But some people, they like, oh, I don't want to get married, I want to be in a relationship, or so it's to each his own.
Yeah.
This is a great conversation because it's so much.
Because I'm laughing, I'm smiling because oh God, you probably ready to be like, girl, no, that's not the way. But so I'll be thinking like I gotta be 1,000. Y'all know I keep it 100. Does it have to necessarily be a marriage? Can it be a partnership?
Yeah,
for the rest of your life?
It just depends on what that person wants. Not everybody wants to be married. Some people, like you said, just want a partnership. So yeah. Not everybody.
I think a lot of people will know their person, connect with their person, stay with their person, all that stuff better when they figure out what they want. Not what a podcast says, what their friends say, not what other people's deal breakers are. Because we talked about deal breakers earlier. Like you mentioned, like cheating not being acceptable for you. But other people might be like, that's not a deal breaker for them. They don't want it. It's not a deal breaker for them.
Respect on what everybody. That's just my thing. That's my stance on it.
Yeah,
respect on what everybody else do and have done.
People getting back to or figuring out truly what it is they want and what they can tolerate. That focusing on them and what they got can clear the way for a lot of things. But I think a lot of times people get other people's voices in their heads, these toxic podcasts that are on here that are telling people what a high value man is, what a high value woman is, it's a lot of stuff to shuffle through. And even me, I had to kind of protect myself from that stuff because it's a lot of information. So people gotta really know what's gonna be good for them and who they're trying to build with. And I think that provides a lot of clarity for people.
That's true.
I agree.
Shout out to the chat.
I know. I kind of see some good comments on the chat.
Wait a minute, what they saying?
We got Real Mrs. Hyde's TV. Welcome. She said some people, some people don't want to get married and are content with just being together. My grandparents were together for 32 years when my grandpa passed from cancer, and they lived as a married couple and were content.
Yeah.
Hello, Fishy.
I gotta go. I already.
Mama Bowman living life, y'all.
Mama Bowman.
Hey, Mama Bowman.
She says, if
Hey,
it's your
Mama
person,
Bowman.
she says, if it's your person, it shouldn't be that hard to connect. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that too. It should just be happening naturally. Like, I agree with that.
Nancy Green, she says, I agree, Crystal.
Hey, just Danielle. I'm looking at both of y'all. I'm going both of y'all chat. Hey, Britt. Oh, Fishy. Hey, everybody.
Thank y'all for being here.
Real Miss Highs TV said, my take is, as long as there is honesty and understanding between the people in the relationship, nothing is too much if you put the work in. Yeah, I agree.
It takes work.
I agree. Yeah, it's because even if the two people, you know, this is your person, they connect, it's still gonna take work. No relationship, no marriage is just gonna be easy peasy without putting in work, you know. But yeah, I just think that nowadays, especially like the younger generation, like they're not trying to put in no work at all. They're like, oh, I'm out of here.
I'm outside.
It's a hot girl summer.
all that.
You know, I'm like, oh gosh. But yeah.
And see, and I guess you could say that used to be me back in the day. But again, that's why I'm so proud of myself. Like, I wasn't even, when I was this whole 5-year abstinent situation, child, I wasn't thinking about no man. I was focused on me, trying to get me together. And I'm proud of that. Don't get me wrong, I had people trying, of course, but I ain't had time. I'm like, I don't even have the mental capacity, the emotional capacity to have a significant other in my life. It wouldn't be fair to them. It wouldn't be fair to them of what I was going through. To be quite honest, it wouldn't have been fair to any man in those moments, in those times, in these past 5 years, for me to even bring them in my life, because I was not emotionally, mentally, none of that ready. I was not none of that ready. So I was looking out for them people too. They should be happy.
Yeah.
But that takes a lot of like, you know, self-awareness to say that. Like, you know, like, hey, it wasn't the time. It wasn't.
That is true. Crystal, besides your kids, what is one thing that you're proud of?
Currently, I am proud of, Lord, here I go. Don't want to get emotional. I'm proud of the fact that I'm not where I was a year and a half ago, which was in a deep depression, laying in the bed every day, not wanting to get up, not wanting to do nothing. I'm proud of the fact that I was able to, not easy, bring myself out of that, because it's not easy. I'm in a whole different place than I was a year and a half ago, y'all. It was crazy. It was crazy. I'm proud of that. I don't even want to talk too much about that because I'm not trying to be emotional, but I'm proud of that.
Well, you answered it, so
I'm proud of you.
Thank God for that. Yes,
proud for you. Shout out Gen X. Hello, welcome.
Hey Gen X. Basil.
Oh, I seen the stores too. Hey, the stores, if you're still here.
Hey, everybody.
Just Danielle was in here. Hey. Living after 50.
Living after 50. Hey.
Yvette Diamond. Hey. Believe in yourself.
Hey,
Yvette. Basil. World Smiles with Basil.
Nightbot on his
job. Nightbot on 50.
Liliana. Welcome.
Crystal.
Yes.
I have one more question. Finish this sentence. love is
an action.
Not action.
Period.
Okay.
Right. Ooh, that's deep.
People use that word so easily, but are you acting on that?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right.
Are you acting on that?
Mm-hmm. That's right. And I have one more too before Sis asks you what she's gonna ask you.
Okay.
Since we talked about a little bit about mental health, how do you protect your mental health now?
By having boundaries, creating boundaries in all aspects of my life.
Yep.
I feel like you have to.
Yep.
Because you put too much on. I feel like as adults, we put a lot on ourselves. So in that, and you have to, because it's life, you have to do this, you have to do that. Like, we're adults, we have to adult, right? But you have to create boundaries in every aspect in order to protect your mental health. If not, you might end up like me, like I was. And I don't wish that for anybody.
Yeah, you have to protect
I feel like if I had dealt with my stuff over the years instead of just pushing through, which we're taught to do and which we have to do when we go through things, I feel like now when I go through something, I process it, whether it's good or bad. Even when something is good, it can be very overwhelming, right? So I feel like whether it's good or bad, I try to process every single thing that I go through now, because that's what happened to me when I went down to deep depression. Like, you let stuff happens, trauma happens, and you keep going, which we have to keep going, but you can still take time to process it a little bit.
Yes.
And I know that it's hard for some people. It was hard for me. I didn't do it until I went through this whole deep depression. Sometimes that's what it takes for you to realize that you need to process things. Period. Because stuff piles up. And when what happened to me, I ended up being sat down for a month and a half, couldn't go nowhere, stuck in a hospital bed, and all that stuff came crashing down, along with what I was going through in that moment.
Yeah.
So that's when I started being really badly depressed.
Yeah.
So I feel like now, process your stuff, process your ish, process it.
Yeah.
In some way, shape, or form. You can still get up and go to work. You can still do what you need to do while processing what just happened to you. Because if not, it can definitely happen to where, like I said, you never know, things happen. If you ever have to get sat down for a reason, what you got to do when you are surrounded with four walls? Nothing but think.
Yeah.
You're gonna be thinking about everything.
Yep.
And I just feel like if you process things as it happened, it's a good chance that might not happen to you if a situation comes where you can't do nothing or go nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah. And set them boundaries, like you said. That's very important.
Yep.
Crystal, you ever thought of like doing like a podcast yourself? Like because as you're saying this, like too, because I'm a person that's kind of like always an overload too, but it's important to slow down. I kept thinking like take a seat or slow down with Crystal. You know what I mean? And just talking about processing things, like, you know what I mean? Unraveling stuff. Like, you know, I could really see you doing something like that. Because
what's crazy is you're not the first person that said that to me.
Wow.
And I appreciate that. I just feel like it has to happen when it's time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because I'm still healing too, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm a lot better than I was, but I'm still healing.
The podcast will be great because you're not just talking about it. You someone that lived through it and been through it. So you know how people are feeling, people who are fighting depression or, you know, who are depressed. So you will be a great spokesperson to help people get through it.
Yeah.
So I agree with Boogie about that podcast. Whenever the Lord lets you know that the time is right.
Yeah. It's like, because y'all, when I tell y'all this YouTube journey has been something else, like I'm still processing. I've been monetized for a couple weeks now. I'm still processing that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I'll process everything, good and bad. I don't want to go back to that depression that I was in, y'all. It was not good. Like, I didn't like my kids seeing me like that. Like, that was not good. So I just feel like I just process everything now. So it takes longer for me to probably tap in to what it is I probably should be doing or what I need to be doing. But then I look at it again, like everything is timing. That's my favorite. Everything is timing.
Yep.
Just like with this YouTube journey, I left for 4 months, y'all, and came back. And at first I would say, what if I never left for those 4 months? But then I'm like, no, it was meant for you to leave those 4 months.
Yep.
It was meant for things happen the way it's supposed to happen, you know?
That's right.
Yep.
There's no mistakes there.
Yeah.
Nope.
It flowed the way it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Hello, Blue Outlaw. Miss Do It Yourself joined the chat too.
Miss Do It Yourself.
So I know sis always asks this question.
Okay. Okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Crystal, besides that podcast you're gonna do, no, I'm just kidding. Do you have anything special you want to share with us? Anything new you want to share with us before we wrap up?
When it comes to this YouTube journey, no, y'all, I'm winging it. I'm being honest with y'all. I'm still winging it.
Me too.
I do have my series out. I'm Not a Vlogger series. If y'all have not tapped, if you do just decide to subscribe to my channel, if you're new here, if you're not already subscribed to me, I do have a I'm Not a Vlogger series out. Episodes 1 through 7 is out now. Episode 8 supposed to come out tomorrow. Supposed to. I'm gonna work on that when I get off of here with you guys. And y'all know I go live. I'm just a live. Call me live stream. I'm a live streamer because I go live so much. Again, like y'all said, the podcast, that is one thing written down that I'm thinking about, but I again gotta process it and figure it out, right? Because again, you guys are not the first people that y'all are not the first people that said that to me. And I'm like, and when it was first said to me, I'm like, that's not my thing. That's not me. You know, but you have to evolve.
Yeah.
You have to evolve, you have to grow in everything that you do. So I do know I do have to up the ante at some point with my, live streaming and things like that. So I'll get there.
Yeah. It's gonna come.
But yeah, y'all, nothing special. Just y'all see me all the time, y'all. I hope you love me for me.
Oh yeah.
Crystal just give you what Crystal gives you on her channel.
Yes, we love Crystal for Crystal. Yes, we do.
Yeah. Listen to my daughter. Y'all hear my daughter out there?
No, I didn't hear.
She out there hollering about something. I guess she's on one of those games or something. I don't know.
Oh. Well, this was a great. We're gonna have to definitely have Crystal back because there's so much more that we want to ask you that we really didn't. But we'll have a follow.
I'll come back. Do y'all do part twos for your interview? Have y'all started doing like part twos for people that you already interviewed yet? I'm assuming not yet.
She could be the first one, right?
That's right.
I love y'all. I will be the second timer.
That's right.
Sounds good. Yes. Well,
but thank y'all for having me.
No,
thank y'all for having me.
You.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Heartbeat, aka chat.
Yes, you guys for being here. Y'all rock.
Yes. And until next time, y'all have a blessed one. Bye.
Later, y'all.
Love talk is love talk. We're all so boogie. Gets deep, but we still love and laugh.